of Solutions Platform Nigeria Limited.
Thank you, Victoria. My name is Joel Daniel, SP's president.
Alright, before we delve into the frequently asked questions about SAT, can you give us a brief intro about what Solutions Platform is all about?
With all pleasure, I'm super duper excited to be here today and to talk about Solutions Platforms Nigeria Limited. First, let me talk about the services in here. One, we help with exam registrations, standardized tests to be precise, exams such as SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test, GRE, the GMAT, the Advanced Placement, and the American College Test, that's the ACT. So we do exam registrations for candidates willing to take those exams. Secondly, we help with admission processing into universities in the US, Canada, Germany, and UK, and few others in Europe. We also help with private home tutorials, that is helping learners, intending learners, matching them up with verified tutors who are partners with Solutions Platforms. And then you may be wondering, how do we do this? Just simply go to your URL, go to your browser, type in www.solutionsplatforms.com, whereby you can get to book tutors to meet your need. And lastly, we also recruit teachers, train those teachers, and then make them available to schools who are willing to work with them. These are few of the services we render here in Solutions Platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for that. Without much ado, we'll delve into the frequently asked questions about SAT. Over to you, Mr. Daniel. People have been saying SAT without fully knowing the full meaning of the exam itself. So I don't know if you might tell us the full meaning of SAT.
Okay, SAT, some call it SAT. The full meaning is Scholastic Aptitude Test. Before now, they refer to it as Scholastic Achievement Test. Either way, whether the first or the last I've just mentioned is fine, but it's Scholastic Aptitude Test.
Alright. What is the total score, or what is a good score for the SAT?
Okay, that's a good question. Some get it twisted, especially those who are seeking funding from universities in US specifically. Total score, or the max score you can get from the SAT is 1600. That said, I mean 1600. 800 from maths section, 800 from the verbal section. Total 1600. The other question is, what is a good score? Believe you me, it varies across board, right? But if I'm to speak from my experience in this angle, helping students with placement in universities in the US and a few other countries that require SAT, I would say that 1,350, that's 1350, 1,350 is not a bad score. It can give you a lot of opportunities, but believe you me, the higher the marks, the better for you. So if you can get 1600, please work towards that.
Alright, that is it from Mr. Daniel. If you can get 1600, you can work towards that also. Now, another frequently asked question is the schedule for the SAT. When is the schedule for the SAT?
Okay, so basically the Solutions Platforms, and also in line with the College Board, which is in charge of the exam, the student is recommended, or it is recommended that you cover a sitting time or a study time of, let's say, 3 months. 3 months. So in Solution Platform, our classes run for 3 months, and students have to come into the facility from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they are being drilled, rigorously to be mentally stable to sit for the exam. So 3 months is the duration for the training, and each day of each week, that's Monday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Alright, is there any specified schedule for the exam itself in a year?
Okay, yes. Okay, with that, do you mean when SAT is taken annually?
Yes.
Okay, so right now, SAT is taken 4 times in a year. That's in Nigeria. The SAT exam is taken in the month of March, the month of May, the month of October, and the month of December. So these 4 months are, the period whereby international students can take this examination, and that's for the SAT one. SAT two, however, is taken in November. So anybody prepare, and also in June. They take it in June and they take it in November for those preparing for the SAT two. Yes.
Alright, we've had students over time take SAT, but they did not use it for their admission process. Is there a validity for SAT?
Okay, that's a very good question, and also something whereby College Board have not been able to clearly define out. Do I mean that? Okay, so what I'm trying to say in essence is this: it is advisable. It is advisable that you take that test prior to when it is to be used. All right. There is no outrightly written document to say that the test expires at this time. So, but the closer it is to when it is needed to be used, the better. So, in most cases, when a child writes the exam and it stayed up to about 2 years, we always recommend the child write the exam, right? But then I think it's 5 years down the line, it is still also okay to use it. But right here in social platform, we've never had any reason to start recalling a test that somebody has written like 5 years ago. The candidates are freshers from the high school, that's secondary school, so immediately they are, need to progress or further their education. They take this test and immediately they take it with process admission. So we've not had any reason as to having too stale or too obsolete results.
Alright, in your intro, you made mention of admission processing into certain countries such as UK, USA, and Germany. Does it mean that SAT is only limited to these countries?
Unfortunately, not. So I mentioned these countries specifically because these are the countries we focus more on, and we also social platform has this value add. All right, I've answered that question that way. I mentioned this country because they are the countries we focus more on, and most of the parents that come, they want funding. They want countries that they can get funding for their kids while studying abroad. So, and those countries so far always request. In fact, most of the demands is from the universities in the US. That's United States of America. But other countries like UK, once you have your TOEFL and or your IELTS academics, you are good to go. But most emphasis on this result is from those schools in the US.
Alright, thank you for that. The last but not the least question here is, how do I register for the SAT plus the requirements I need to register for the SAT?
Okay, so to register for SAT exam, the SAT, you can just visit their site. The exam is being regulated by that's College Board. College Board is more like a non-profit organization that is out there to help linking students with schools, meaning you have to take this exam. So requirement for all international students, you need to have a valid international passport. In fact, prior to registering for that exam, your international passport should be 6 months valid, 6 months space of 6 months validity. So if your passport is expired, you cannot be allowed to take the examination, with some few exceptions now, which I am not aware of. I heard that some candidates were allowed to write the exam in a recent one they just had in May, that with their national ID card like is this national NI with their NI national identity card, they were able to write the exam. But the truth is, the emphasis or the requirement had always been international passports, and also from grade 11 you can take the SAT exam. So irrespective of the class of that child, you can take the exam, right? But you need a valid international passport to do that. Solution platform can also help you do the registration. Like I mentioned earlier on, this is what we do, and it's such an affordable rate. So you can as well walk into our facility in Bagada. Bagada, that's number 58, Lanre Oleko Street, Bagada Phase 2 Estate. We can help you register.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel, for throwing light to this question.
My pleasure.
It was really nice having you here.
Thank you. Same here.
Okay, Mr. Daniels, what would you like to tell the viewers before you sign off?
Oh, thank you. It's been a great time here. To all the viewers at home, this is my command, not really command, that's on the lighter note. This is my own advice to you. So if you have a word, or you watching this very video is planning to take any of the standardized tests such as SAT, GRE, GMAT, the ACT, the Advanced Placement Examination, do not hesitate. Solution Platform is always here to help you through the process of registering you for that examination. Solution Platform is here to help you with the placement into universities of your choice in any part of the world, specifically those countries like USA, Canada, Germany, UK, Portugal, and a few other schools in the Europe. And also we help you with we tutor you, prep you up to ace the standardized test to give you a good score capable of placing you into some of those best universities in the world. And so what are you waiting for? You can just ring us up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. That is that on that about frequently asked questions on SAT. For more information, you can visit our blog solutionsplatforms.news, and for more inquiries, you can click on the link or call the number showing on your screen right now. See you same time next week. Bye.